fire. Still loading, ready.
I want to see the color.
All right, this time you guys are going to command it. All right? You're going to say ready, aim, and fire. Okay? You ready? Here we go. Ready, aim, fire. Okay. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Our camp is over there. Feel free to come over. We have our gear laid out if you have any questions. Answers for you. We're here for you guys. Like to talk? Absolutely, sure. Detail about face.
There's an eagle.
Yeah.
White tail feathers there.
Where?
Pull.
You want to cross the river?
Order. Bar. Fix. Bayonet.
Oh, bald eagle.
Now these bayonets, of course, they're pretty scary. In actual battle, the number of wounds that were incurred by the bayonets were actually relatively few. There were instances where some more troops were but it wasn't too much. More often than not,
we got a whole family up there that told me, oh, you can only stay around about 7. So I figured
they were digging. They needed to dig a quick little defensive they'd use their bayonets and just dig into the ground. That's what you fry your meat on. You stick your meat on the end and then fire, right? So, quite frankly, it wasn't used too often as a weapon, but more so as a cannon. Of course, though, if you saw that 1,000-man regiment and with bayonets coming at you, it's pretty scary. It's more of a psychological weapon. You have a question?
All right, how you guys doing?
Oh, right, all right. Charge. Bayonet. Now, can you imagine 1,000 men coming at you screaming bayonets? Shoulder, arms. Unfix, bayonet. Okay, well, thank you very much, and we're going to make our way over to our camp up there, so feel free to stop by.
Of course, wood is the first step. Easy to get, easy to ignite, without the drawback. Well, it's readily available. You can make wood everything. Interestingly enough,
Where would that be?
England was 17th century and they've been using it. No, actually, the 4% is maintained by industry as fuel. As King James, it actually starts a lot of the rebuilds in carry as many as England was compared to England is 15%. So it's actually fuel.
Yeah.
Actually, the reason James started pushing it, remember, England's not.
That's the business. I'll get one that I bet your wife.
This tree here, back in England of the day, would be considered a standard. And a standard is a tree that is as wide as tall, 24 inches back. You've got to have 12 of those in 15. We had top down on our pockets and had growing. Good.
Yeah.
Start coming out of the veins. Well, let's let those shoots grow.
We'll find out. Maybe he's not the Jewish one.
That's fine. In Britain, 17th century, it existed
Warfare, then hunting and fishing, providing food, major part of man's responsibilities. Everything had a season. Right now we're going into the hunting season. Still fishing close by. Once all the crops that the women take care of are eaten, then everyone packs up and goes hunting. The upriver groups like the our high tide go into Monica. And then the downriver groups would hunt the land between the rivers. Kill as many deer as you can in as small a space as possible. That's where the women make camp and start processing all the deer carcasses. Then the next day the men go out and do the same thing.
Because you're trying to get it to that point, so you can't go out there too far now.
Horses, time to feed them, they eat a lot of fresh meat and whatever you can't eat, preserve. They make that. Then you've got as much care. The winter time comes in, hunting and fishing fish
It's chronological.
We're going to go this way, honey. Away.
I got
Go ask you, Christina.
I go back to the liver chest, put another shell into my other release so I'm ready again. I go back to my position, which is about halfway between the hole and the trail of the gun. So I'm prepared. If the gun goes off, unless the gunner changes the shell. If he does, then I'd have to go back and change this for another one. If he keeps the same one, and I just go forward, don't have to have any further order. I just go back up to him, have him inspected, shell, try to bypass him, go up to number 2, number 2 takes the shell, and we can keep that process going until the command 3 spot. Number 6. Well, I just want to let you guys know, maybe being that, I remember this.
Command's firing! Load, case shot, 600 yards! Walk on. Go to Pete.
Oh, they're going to shoot it again!
And on board were, just as one part of it, 22,500 nails of several sorts, different sizes. In addition to that, there were 4,500 nails for shoes, hobnails, and a further 2,200 sparrow's bills. Anybody know what a sparrow's bill is? What kind of nail that is?
Like a tack. Kind of a perfect tack.
Sort of. It's got a real thick head on it. The shaft is slightly curved. You think of sparrow's bill, it's kind of thick back here and then tapers out. Does that suggest anything? Of course you do. Because it has to drive up through the hoof and it be clenched in. And the reason it's got the thick head is so it doesn't wear out and the shoe falls off. So they're sending a lot of nails over. Pick it up. I don't put anything hot out here.
Look at that row. So very black.
Some did become fairly well off. We have a fellow who his estate was worth, I would say about 250 pounds was his net worth. He owned his own house. He was not only involved in smithing, but he also sold grindstones as a sideline. This is back in England. We have another fellow that we've got the documents on, and he's particularly interesting because he retired from the blacksmithing trade about 20 years before he died and spent his life, the remainder of his life, as a commercial fisherman.
But must have some money.
Yeah.
Don't know, but it was very interesting in his case to see what tools he kept. Because he did keep some tools. He obviously got rid of his big stuff like his anvil and so forth. But certain hammers are listed as still being there. So smiths varied, depending.
It was still a money-making thing.
It's a good money-making thing.
But if he sold commercial, caught fish commercially, he was still making money.
Yeah.
He wasn't just
Basically, what you're looking at is a smith is a little higher up than, say, a carpenter. But they're still commoners. Your status doesn't necessarily have to do with the amount of money you're making. It has to do with how long your family's been generating. Now, this is one of the things that gets John Smith into trouble. John Smith, he's just a jumped-up farmer's kid. He's actually a member of the gentry. The Austrians gave him arms, so he's a member of the gentry. But the folks who come over here with him, well, their family's been gentry for maybe 2 or 3 generations. So they're obviously much better than he is.
Okay.
And this plus his incredibly abrasive nature gets him into a lot of trouble. No! They only tried to hang him, what, 3 times?
Twice. And blow him up the third.
Yeah. I love it. It's a classic line in one of his books. He liked to talk about himself in the third person. And he says when they arrive, because he arrives in Virginia in confinement. Okay? He got in trouble as soon as he got on the ship. And they say that they built a gallows for to hang Captain Smith, but he could not be persuaded to use it. One of the all-time great lines.
Right.
So, it's your status has a lot to do with your family more than you. Yeah. And like I say, Smith himself was particularly abrasive. He didn't suffer fools gladly. This is a man who's 27 years old, and if even half of his exploits in the books are true, and we don't have a lot of reason to doubt what he's got in there. I mean, there's some things. Careful.
Good thing you saw that, Grandpa.
Yeah, I was watching.
Okay.
No.
If even half of what he says is true, this man got around.
He got away with it.
Yeah.
little
And
arrogant.
he's coming over here. This is a man who's ever. Okay? He's been there, he's done that, he's got the t-shirt, he's burned it, and he scattered the ashes. And he's got some guy who, well, the guy's father had money and title, so he's going to tell Smith what to do. I don't think so. As soon as the guy proves himself to be an idiot, Smith's not listening. So this is the kind of thing that's going to get him in trouble. The class structure is fairly stable. Okay, but right at this time you're starting to see these changes. You're starting to see mobility up and down.
I mean, you've got nobles who have less money than merchants. So you get merchants' daughters will marry into noble families to prop up the nobility on the one side and give a title on the other. You get all these shifts are going on right around this time. And it actually has a lot to do with that. If we had been founded 100 years earlier, it would have been different from the time we were. Same thing with 100 years ago.
See, that's finally getting warm. And then the clay pots are used to grab oysters with, of course, squash, mushroom, green onion. Nowhere near ready. Nowhere near ready. It's taking quite a long time to get. Actually, I got one. Okay. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Rarely in a low word unless I'm in that term I do not know. Yeah. What I study is called Degrassi, and you see a lot of the masters, they'll have 32 different guards. They call this a guard, this a guard, this a guard, this a guard, this a guard. There's one. There's high, broad, and low. And yes. Yes. It's all different. And they don't work well where okay? Another thing to remember, you are out to defend yourself. This tip should always be threatening to you, okay? Even though I'm protecting myself. Like right here, it should look like it's threatening, okay? Now if you were to come at me real slow on top of my blade, this is called my outside. You're going to come with your sword outside of my blade.
Oh, this is over there, yeah. This is
okay. Two things I want to do. I want to basically connect you to the blade, okay? My feet, so I'm moving myself out. Once I control the blade, contact with you. My natural and I'm just going to slide right up. Keeping this hand here in case it slips. Definitely keep contact. Don't go ahead and put your blade out. Put it out, okay? See this stuff in the movies? That's where it needs to stay, in the movies. Okay, you would never do that. The other thing you'll see in the movies, okay, I'll stab you 3 times while your back's turned. Guaranteed, okay? Guaranteed. Next time, defend yourself, defend. You come in, just wait for any kind of slow attack. Okay? Get within distance of me. Okay? Wait for any slow attack. Okay, that would be my initial move. Get myself out of the way, and then keep in control of your blade here. Like this, boom, boom, boom. This hand really be out there and be flexible. Be able to have that blade out of the way. If you were to come out, go ahead and come right to there. That's how I do that. I will throw it around with the sword. Okay? Dagger, okay, is a different story. Okay? What I want you to do there is you come at me, I want to lock you. You can't just think with my sword. Okay? I can do anything else. This is my offhand weapon of choice. The buckler's neat, it makes a lot of fun noise when you go for demonstration. Clang, 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 makes a lot of fun. This is, if I needed to go in a real race, these would be much better. You will also see people do Only two kind of people fight with two races. Total fools and total experts. I never, never, ever, ever fight with two races. I've tried it. So all pain. Another defense. Well, okay. This foot should always be pointed at your opponent. Okay? This one, whatever's comfortable, not quite at the 90, but whatever's comfortable will give you a stable platform. Just stand on the deck of the rolling boat. You're going to be able to do anything you can. Okay? Out of the way.
Guy.
Okay?